Hello there, welcome to Friday, you made it. We're live, friends, here on Global Irish Radio. It's the Daily Crack with me, Sean G. This Friday, January the 9th, 2026. Toughest week of the year under your belt. Well done. First full week back to work for a lot of people, so it is a tough old one. So a big pat on the shoulder. Welcome to Friday, friends. It's the weekend. It's the Daily Crack Show with me, Sean G. And we are live once again, as we usually are, round about this time, the 3 to 4 o'clock hour, bringing you up to speed on all that you need to know. The chitter chatter of the nation, lighter side of the news, top trending stories and music as well. So if there's something you want to hear, well, by all means, do let us know. studio@gir.ie. Slowly but surely, we're getting through the longest month of the year. And sure, once January's out of the way, well, you won't feel it till Christmas. Day 9, if you're observing dry January, it's day 9. Are you still in the race? Lots of social triggers with it being the weekend and all of that, so be strong and soldier on. For those of you who are ready to get out of the race, well, you couldn't do it on a better day. It's officially Quitter's Day, that's right. Usually falls in or around the 10th of January, so a little bit early this year. Today, the 9th of January, so officially, if we look to our experts and our calendar, today is the day, Quitter's Day, when a lot of those New Year's resolutions are dropped. They fall by the wayside. People gave up. They've had enough. They're done with it. So today is the day. And, yeah. Remember, though, when it comes to these resolutions and these goals and stuff like that for the new year, slow and steady wins the race. Small steps rather than giant leaps if you want to make big changes in your life. So there you go. Slow and steady wins the race. Well, yeah, for lots of other people, it's a case of getting their lives back. And if you're a fitness freak, you can reclaim your gym from today. Because a lot of the do-gooders and those who have big intentions to get fit and all the rest of it, today's the day they kind of say, I'm done with it. Pour me another one. Pour me another one. But anyway, there you go. Welcome along to our live broadcast, friends. Good to be with you. The weather we go next. And yeah, it's not too nice. It's cold, it's frosty, it's icy, it's slippery out there, so be careful. And difficult travel conditions this morning. Lots of cars ending up in the ditch and that kind of thing. I don't know if people were expecting that. We had similar weather at the start of the week. Then it warmed up. It was nice and mild during the week. And then this cold snap has returned. And it's all down to that winter weather event that is passing close to the south of Ireland. Storm Gorecki is her name. Wind and snow is her game. Yeah. Severe weather warnings in the UK as well associated with that weather event. And of course, it's wreaking havoc right across Europe as well. A lot of airports having problems and flight cancellations, that kind of thing. There are red warnings going into effect for many parts of the UK this Friday and into the weekend as well. A lot of flight cancellations from British airports. I see Aer Lingus are cancelling the transatlantic flight there from Manchester and Birmingham Airport. Lots of the airports, and as you can imagine, a lot of snow and thundery snow as well, and high winds, so kind of blizzardy conditions. So very bad weather as it's been making its way across Europe and hitting the UK round about now. So there you go, the cousins in England having a tough time digging it out this morning. For us here in this part of the world, it looks like being mostly, much like it is today, cold and chilly, low temperatures, difficult travel conditions with the heavy frost and the wet roads. There might be some rain, and there could be freezing ice or freezing rain. Ice is frozen rain. But you get the picture. Be careful and slow down and watch out for the black ice. You do not, like many others have this morning, you do not want to end up in the ditch. So slow down and be aware that the roads may not be treated, and there is black ice out there. And it looks like there could be a possibility of thundery snow on the south of the country as well, as the two weather fronts, the warm pressure on the north of us and the cold pressure, or the low pressure on the south of us, as they collide, gives rise to thunder and snow as well. So that's to be watched out. There are, I think, some weather warnings for the south of the country, but most of the rest of the country is just a case of being cold and icy and chilly out there. So wrap up well if you're heading out, and watch for the ice, that kind of thing. We hope you're well and ready for the weekend, the first well-deserved break since the return of since the start of 2026. Most people, the first full work week out of the way. It's the Daily Crack with me, Sean G, and as I say, live from Ireland here on Global Irish Radio. We are the Irish Diaspora Station, no rest of the wicked here. We'll be bringing you Irish radio programmes from all around the globe this weekend, including stops in Sydney, Australia later on tonight from 9 to midnight. Catch up on all the happenings in that part of the world. It's live here on Global Irish Radio. Another Raggle Taggle at 7 tonight with Finbar. And, of course, over the weekend, Tom is live from Chicago with the Good Morning Ireland radio show, a roundup of the news from the week gone by, and all the latest happenings from the Chicago Irish community. Boston will be checking in. We'll have the Irish Hit Parade with Paul Sullivan. We will be going to New York later in the night for the Ireland Call show with Trassa and Tommy, and then it's off to Toronto as well for the Ceolagus Crack programme, and then more great Irish programmes from different parts of the world on Sunday as well. You can find out all of the details at globalirishradio.com or gir.ie. And remember, the Global Irish Radio app back in the App Store now, so download it, take us with you wherever you go. Okay, coming up in the programme today, reporter William J. Kelly, live from Chicago. He'll be chatting to us. So that's coming up very, very shortly as well. A long time since we've chatted to Bill on the programme, and a lot has happened in the meantime. So looking forward to catching up with William J. Kelly. Chitter chatter of the nation, the top trending stories of the day, music as well. So stay with us for the hour if you can. dailycrack.com if you can't. We'll have the podcast up later on today. And in other news, as of today, friends, as of today, the nudity feature on X, Twitter, no longer available. Are only available, I should say, to paid subscribers. What's he talking about now, says you? Did he say nude? He did. Apparently, well, not apparently, actually, this AI feature on X, Elon Musk's X, had a essentially a nudify option where you could take a picture, people, children, adults, you name it, and through the through the AI technology and all of the modern stuff that happens these days on computers, you could basically nudify the picture, make them look nude and stuff like that. And a lot of people up in arms about this feature as it came to light earlier this week. And for his part, Elon Musk kind of just laughed it off, but pressure was mounting and there was talk of lawsuits and all kinds of things, because you can imagine allowing people to a feature that allows pictures to be transformed into those people in a naked state would give rise to, well, it could be problematic, as you can imagine. And then you throw minors into the picture and then it's a breeding ground for pedos, isn't it? So very problematic, and it was something that was getting a lot of attention, and a lot of people up in arms, particularly here in this country, and a lot of our politicians giving out yards about this thing, and the fact that they thought that Elon wasn't taking it too seriously either. But as of today, that feature not available widespread. It's only available, I think, to paid subscribers is what they're saying. I see that the Communications and Media Minister, Patrick O'Donovan, he deactivated his account, and he's done with X. And a lot of other people feel that way too. It seems to be these days just a right-wing propaganda machine. Ever since Elon Musk took it over, it's just pure tripe on there, and they kind of use these algorithms to brainwash you and steer material that they want. Lots of stuff that that should be coming your way. It seems to get filtered out. It seems to be the case anyway. But anyway, a lot of people up in arms about that. I actually went on there and put a picture in there. I was trying to nudify just to check it, just for the purposes of the program, to check it out. But not available anymore. So there you go. It's but that's the world we live in. It's you can create these deep fakes of. And then you can use it, who knows for what kind of purposes you would use it, blackmail, who knows. But anyway, it's fairly sinister if you ask me, and a little bit of action taken on the part of, it's called Grok, which is the AI chatbot for Twitter or X. No more naked pictures on there unless you're a paid subscriber, and they can track you a little bit better. But anyway, that's something that's getting a lot of attention, as you can imagine. And the government here and the Taoiseach all making plans to, if they didn't do something, to take action of their own. So we'll see if that quells things for the time being. It is Friday, friends. The Late Late Show returns tonight. It's going to be a good one. Oh, yes, it is. And it's the late trad show special, where it's all about the trad music, traditional Irish music. They have different themed shows throughout the year. They have the country and music special. They have, of course, their toy show special. They have different themes. And tonight's the turn of the traditional Irish music, which is loved by many far and near, or near and far. And there's going to be special tribute on there tonight for Peggy Seeger. And she's a folk music legend who's been around for all of 70 years. She's 90 now, and she's going to be on the Late Late Show tonight, so a little bit of tribute there. And she'll be doing a bit of a tribute herself to her husband, her late husband, who you'll know is, when you hear his name, you'll know him, Ewan MacColl. And he is, of course, of Dirty Old Town fame. He wrote the song Dirty Old Town. If you're a regular listener to the programme, we featured it in our Song and Story on a number of occasions. Anyway, it's a town in Salford in the UK. That's where the song was written about. A lot of people think it's about Dublin, but it's not. But it was written by Ewan MacColl quite some time ago. Ewan MacColl's daughter is Christy MacColl. And of course, Shane MacGowan, Christy MacColl, had the big hit with Fairy Tale of New York, and they think that's how it came to be that Shane MacGowan recorded Dirty Old Town, had the big hit with it, and made it his own, didn't he? But anyway, Peggy Seeger on the Late Late Show tonight, along with a whole plethora of guests from the world of traditional Irish music. So, as I say, Peggy will be performing live. 90 years old and still going strong. Fair play to her. So that's the Late Late Show tonight. Settle in, it's a cold night outside, and have a Coke or something like that. I don't know. But there you go. We're looking forward. It's good to have the Late Late back on a Friday night. The world seems normal again, and everything is in its proper little place. GlobalIrishRadio.com, GIR.ie, and here with you most days between the 3 to 4 o'clock hour. Our condolences we send out to Julie Healy, who'd normally be with us for the 2 hours leading up to this show, but as you heard, she has a family bereavement, and Ger O'Brien filling in for her today. So there you go. Condolences to Judy up there in Glen Amadi. Quick look at what it says in, the big story on all of the front pages today is a tragic story, another tragedy. Always tragedy, isn't it, on the papers? A murder-suicide horror, and it's not a nice story at all. Little Oisín killed by his dad. And you wonder what drives people to do these things. But Gardaí suspect that a little boy by the name of Oisín was violently murdered by his father, who then took his own life. Oisín O'Reilly, 11 years old, was found at a house in Clondalkin, Dublin yesterday morning after the body of his father, Wayne O'Reilly, was discovered. The 11-year-old found dead, as I say, after his father's body discovered there. So that's a tragic story. Nobody else, as we understand, being looked for in association or in connection with that event. So a murder-suicide horror. And that is a story that is on many, if not all, of our daily papers this Friday coming into the weekend. So a sad old story there indeed. Coming up a little bit later on, we will be telling you about a very special, a very nice job opportunity that has come up once again. You may have an idea what I'm talking about, but we'll tell you the job that many people, they get lots of applications, and they get applications from all around the world. It's that time of the year again when they are recruiting for 2026. We'll tell you about that gig you can see if it's up your alley or not. But there you go, and lots of other stuff to come between now and 4. But given that we have reporter William J. Kelly standing by in Chicago, we're going to go straight to William J. Kelly as we line up a little bit of music to get you into that into the Friday zone, if you know what I mean. It's Dirty Old Town and the High Kings. We just talked about that song actually, and coincidentally enough, it's the one we've lined up ready to go. Dirty Old Town recently released a remake of the song by the High Kings, and then we'll be back with reporter William J. Kelly. Happy Friday.
Factory
a dirty old town. That's the High Kings and their version of A Dirty Old Town. We're live here on Global Irish Radio, the Daily Crack. Time to cross over live now to Chicago.
Direct from Citizen Kelly Tower in Chicago, it's the Citizen Kelly Show with William J. Kelly. And now the king of controversy himself, Citizen Kelly.
The king of controversy himself. It's reporter William J. Kelly. William, how are you?
How are you doing, brother?
I am good. How are you? It's been so long. I mean, Happy New Year, first of all. Can we still say Happy New Year on the 9th of January?
You know, I don't know the answer to that question. Maybe we should just plan on saying we're just planning ahead to say Happy New Year for 2027. How's that?
Beautiful.
Either way.
And Happy Friday as well. What is going on in the weird and twisted world of William J. Kelly this Friday?
Well, first of all, it is awesome to talk to you, Sean. And you're right, it has been way too long. What the heck? But we are, well, first of all, what kind of a reporter would I be if I buried the headline? We've got the biggest news in town right now. The William J. Kelly School of Irish Music is going to be debuting, not this weekend, but a week from Sunday. So you can be expecting that. It's going to be a big promotion. You're going to see billboards all over town. We're going to be at all of
absolutely biggest headline of the day, biggest headline of the week, biggest headline of the year so far. Forget about everything else. I'm glad you led with that because with everything else that's going on in the world, I was afraid you were going to just go straight into the heavy stuff and depress me off the mark. Let's talk
Global Irish Radio. It's the biggest thing.
Tell me,
it's the biggest thing.
Tell me what's the William J. Kelly School of Irish? That's a mouthful. What is it all about?
The William J. Kelly School of Irish Music. Zauran Mandami. We love it. We do. But seriously, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go out to all of the iconic, legendary Irish bars, pubs, restaurants, Chief O'Neill's, Kitty O'Shea's, Lizzie McNeil's, everybody. We're going to go see everybody in town. Anyone who has a fiddle. Anyone, we'll even go to the CSO and explain to these. No, I can't say the word on the radio. I'm out of respect for you, Sean. I won't say it, but we're going to go to the CSO and explain to these fine people that their violins are actually fiddles, Sean.
Oh my! OMG!
Exactly right.
And of course, all of these exploits will be somehow captured and put on tape, and we will be sharing it here on the Sunday lunchtime on Global Irish Radio. So I love it. Good luck with that. Good luck with that. Okay, we'll keep it light enough. It's Friday. How have you been, William?
You know, I always get stumped. You know, people ask me that question every day, and and it's the only question that genuinely stumps me. I have meaning. I have purpose. So that is what propels me, Sean. You know, people. You know, like I was at the bar the other night, and an elected official here in the city of Chicago, Sean. We love it. We do. He came over to me and he goes, reporter William J. Kelly, reporterwilliamjkelly.com, at William J. Kelly on X. And he said, do you like what you do? And I realized that his question had zero merit. His question implied that somehow I do what I do because it's fun, because it makes me happy. No, that's not why I do what I do, Sean. I do what I do because it's the truth. We have to get out there and we have to tell the truth, and we have to go to this city hall and and ask the mayor of the city of Chicago important questions. And I do love doing it. It's a calling. Why do I? That's what I really want the young people who are listening right now to understand. You have to find a calling, a meaning, a purpose. Ask yourself, if you're just sitting there playing video games, you don't have a plan. Ask yourself one question. What was it that excited you before the adults, the teachers, the parents, these poor misguided adults started telling you the way it should be, what you should do, what you should think, what you should dress, how you should act, but go back and ask it. Try to remember. What was it that you wanted to do? And if the answer is billionaire, vampire, pirate, then you are on the right track.
Passion, William, passion. That's what we're talking about, isn't it? Yeah. Now, you're not one to shy away from asking the tough and hard questions, and one can sense that when you see reporter William J. Kelly in action, as you can see on X. How much does the mayor hate you at this point?
Well, well, I don't want to brag.
If looks could kill, though, I mean, you would be a dead man right now.
I don't want to make it. I don't want, I've got that going for me, which is nice, as we all know. This is what you want. Growing up Irish Catholic on the south side of Chicago, okay, now that's a mouthful right there, you're raised to believe that the mayor of Chicago is the single most important job in the world. Mm-hmm. That being mayor is the most important job. That Chicago is the greatest city in the world. That City Hall is the center of the political universe. That presidential candidates have to come to Chicago to ask the mayor for his blessing. This is what you're raised to believe. So I'm obviously hugely, I have a very push and pull of emotions. I've learned about it, the trauma bonding. I go to City Hall and it's trauma bonding because I feel the trauma because I know that our current mayor doesn't care about the people of Chicago, the real people. But then I bond with the city and I bond with the City Hall and I want to ask the questions and I want to help people. And so it's a really weird, I'm not joking, actually. I wish Carl Jung was here to maybe walk me through this a little bit, maybe give me a little guidance. But going to City Hall, believing as a child that City Hall was the center of the universe, Sean, and then to be confronted with this mayor who, can I give you an example? There is the most adorable girl, 26-year-old Bethany McGee. I don't know if you've heard her name, but she was on a train. Adorable. Google. Well, you know what? If you go to X, William J. Kelly, go to reporterwilliamjkelly.com. You'll see what I'm talking about. Yep. I've made a point of bringing Bethany's name up to the mayor. She was on a train, public transportation, and a guy, a violent repeat offender, who was let out of jail again and again and again after attacking women, specifically white women, to be blunt. I don't know if it's okay to say the word white. I don't know, but I don't know if it's okay.
I don't know. Well, I don't know. You can do it here, but I'm not sure at City Hall. Yeah, at City Hall, maybe not. Yeah, go on.
But so this violent repeat offender, history of attacking, history of getting out of jail. Believe it or not, carried a flammable liquid, I can only imagine it was gasoline, onto a train. Who does that? Yep. Okay. So he brought flammable liquid onto this train, poured it over Bethany McGee's head and set her on fire. She's fighting for her life.
Why?
Okay.
Why, William? Why?
Why? Well, I think we all know why. We all know why, don't we?
Yeah. I
think we all do. But at any rate, so here's what happened. So Mayor Johnson, our mayor, actually gets up there and he delivered the most cold, heartless statement I've ever heard from a politician. And I never would have thought I would hear such words out of the mouth of a mayor of the city of Chicago. He said it was an isolated incident. Let that sink in. It was an isolated incident. 26-year-old Bethany McGee, the most adorable girl you could possibly imagine. Google an image of Bethany McGee right now, Magee. Mm-hmm. And she's fighting for her life. If she survives, her life will forever be changed. And she will have to go through life with those scars for the rest of her life. That, I'm sorry, is unforgivable for the mayor of Chicago not to literally have a tear in his eye as he's questioned about Bethany McGee. But to look at me with a dead look in his eye, dead eyes, and say it was an isolated incident.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Sean. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But no, we you know what? Here's the thing. I love you. I love everybody. I really do. I don't hate anybody, just to be clear. but just so you know, and I'm okay, I got my that escalated quickly. Okay, here we go. Okay, there, Willem. I will be. But here's the thing, okay? For someone like me, that requires a very, very, very different response. And I don't know, if I were mayor, maybe I'd be an emotional wreck on a daily basis, considering all the violence, the number one job of being mayor of the city of Chicago is public safety. That has got to be it. Safe streets, because everything else hinges on that. If the streets are unsafe, if people feel that they're going to get, if a woman thinks that she's going to get punched in the face or set on fire, going to school or church or going to a job, then who the hell's going to go to school or church or go to a job in a city? So that's the number one job. And every week I go to City Hall, and all the videos, by the way, don't even worry about reporterwilliamjkelly.com or at, whatever that is, William J. Kelly on X. Just go to YouTube and search William J. Kelly, Brandon Johnson, Mayor Johnson. You will see stacked. You will be able to scroll until you literally fall asleep and wake up the next morning with me and Johnson yelling at each other in your ear. This has been going on now every week since he's become mayor. And I have a feeling that it's all building up to something, Sean. We don't know. We don't know what it is.
Margaret here loves your facial expressions when you're listening to the mayor responding. It's priceless.
Well, for whatever reason, people do sick on that. I don't know why. Yeah. But the Daily Caller, which is one of these, platforms, and in the USA, we love it. But what happens is the Daily Caller, on a weekly basis, they rip the videos or take the video of what I do, and they always put a thumbnail, I guess is what they call it, like a little freeze frame of the video. Okay. So that people will click on it, and it's always a video. It's always like a thumbnail or a snapshot. You know what I'm talking about, right? Yeah. It's always like a photo of me looking like like somebody just threw like a pie in my face or something. I have no idea what it is, and I swear to God, Sean, I never even knew that that was my reaction.
These would be great pictures for competitions for captions. I think somebody should start a captions competition kind of thing going on there. But there you go. But you've been doing a fair amount of stuff on national television as well. Since I mentioned national, and without getting too drawn into it, we know the big story this week, and everybody's up in arms. And the ICE agents. Let me just everybody knows what's happened at this point. Everybody's got their opinion on it. He said, she said, this, whatever. What happens now?
Oof. Well, that is.
What do you see? I think are there people mobilizing? Are there protests and stuff like that? I'm just curious as to where to from here.
Well, I guess that all depends, right? Do we have the rule of law? Do we have law and order, or do we say, oh well, you see here we've got another situation where some people's feelings are hurt, so now we need to burn down cities. Maybe we need to burn down cities all across the country, all across the world. We need to burn down all the cities, and maybe we should tell everybody to put masks on and stay home for a year or two. I mean, come on. I'm sorry. I grew up on the south side of Chicago. I can tell you right now. If you don't know this already, if anyone listening doesn't know this already, we need law and order. Law and order, people. That's what it is. It starts with law and order, and then everything else goes very nice. Very nice, very smooth. We all like it. Okay, trust me. It begins with law and order, Sean.
Do you think it's been distorted from the MAGA movement, the events, given that there's footage, there's a video, it's gone out, people are they're seeing one thing but they're being told another thing? No,
it's very possible. Let me just say this: in all honesty, in all fairness, I mean, obviously, I'm sure my bias is in favor of law and order. Okay,
yeah.
But I also understand that here's the honest answer. I'm pretty focused on Chicago right now. If this event had happened in Chicago, I would be able to tell you exactly what happened and who. But I'll be honest with you. I don't pay attention to New York. I don't pay attention to Minneapolis. I don't pay attention to anything outside of Chicago. I just don't. I'm sorry, I don't.
So back to Chicago, William. What's the big story in Chicago at the moment?
Well, of course, I guess it kind of goes back to what you were just asking me, though. The elected officials in Chicago, sadly, have been for months now. Okay, oddly encouraging people to ram themselves into ICE agents. And, there are people out there, Sean, and like I said, I don't hate anybody. In fact, I'm going to make this perfectly clear, and I hope that this can be some kind of standard disclaimer that can go up on the screen or something. I love everybody. I really do. I really do. I love everybody, and I want them to be happy and successful. I do, and I try so hard to help people. And, and sometimes they like it, and sometimes they, whatever, they don't. I don't know, but that's okay. I get it. That's fine. Yeah. But here's the bottom line. There are people out there who, if an elected official tells them that it is that they need to ram themselves into a federal agent in order to save democracy, then they will do it. And I'm sorry, but I personally think that elected officials are the ones, especially in Chicago, people like Mayor Johnson and Governor Pritzker, telling, sadly, in many cases, maybe not the brightest people on the planet, that it's a good idea that they can be heroes if they ram themselves into federal agents.
Not a good idea.
I think that these elected officials are actually responsible. I don't know. I understand, you can't, hold people accountable. Apparently you're not allowed to hold people accountable, Sean. It's just, you're not allowed to do that anymore. Okay.
Let's turn our attention to the sensationalist. Did I hear it's coming back?
Ooh. Yes. Well, you see, there you go. I like to confuse people. I like to keep people guessing. It's like if they want to trauma bond me over at City Hall, well, I'm going to give them the old push-pull with the reporter / sensationalist. You see what I'm doing here?
Tell people about the sensationalist and what it is and who it is.
Yeah, well, the sensationalist is a product of my Emmy Award-winning television production company. A lot of people say, William Kelly.
Yep.
How do you do it? How do you, year after year, maintain this unfathomable level of beauty and goodness and this unfathomable confidence and charisma? It's crazy.
And intellect as well.
And the intellect. Yeah. And I just say, well, it's because I started my own company. And it's a TV production company, Emmy Award winning. I have to say it, Sean. Nobody else will.
Rev Productions, right?
Exactly right.
Yeah.
And so I was able to, thankfully, make money and be successful with that. And so that allows me to do the reporter. That allows me to also now kind of return to my roots, kind of return to the TV production that I believe when we first met at the Irish Heritage Center a few years ago, it was a couple of years ago. I don't remember exactly.
A few years,
I don't remember the date. Don't say it. But anyway, I don't want my girlfriend to do the math. I don't want her to be like, whoa, wait a second, what the? So that was before I was born. But anyway, so here's the deal. We're returning to our roots. We're doing entertainment television in the city of Chicago, the city that I love. the greatest city in the history of the world. Past, maybe not so much in the present, but definitely in the future, Sean. And what we're going to do is we're going to go out. We're going to go out there. We're going to do it. We're going to do the entertainment television. It's going to be so good. And we're going to go to the restaurants. We're going to go to all the places that my ex-girlfriend wanted to go to. And now I'm going to make her jealous. I'm going to make her jealous, Sean. That's what I'm going to do.
So you go back to your roots, basically, and you were awesome. There was the Sportsaholic, was there? There was a lot of different things.
Oh, my God.
And the Sensationalist, for which, as you quite rightly pointed out, you got the Emmy. Now, another big thing happened since last we spoke as well, because we had a changing of the guard, if you will, in the Vatican, and from your backyard. That was big in Chicago, wasn't it? I actually went down to see his old house.
Well, I made a few phone calls, Sean.
You did, yeah.
And I said, he's my guy. We need him. We need him in the Vatican. And they're like, but we have an Italian. We like the Italian. I'm like, no. We've had enough with the Italian. We need the south side of Chicago in the Vatican. So now we've got, get this, Sean, get this. We've got the south side in the Vatican. All we need now is the south side back on the 5th floor of City Hall, baby.
That's exactly right. So White Smoke, thanks to William J. Kelly and the Chicago getting a look in for the first time, America for the first time ever. But anyway, I have an update for you on a pal of yours in this part of the world. Your friend Connor didn't get to be president, but he did tie the knot. He got married.
Yes.
What say you?
I've obviously never met the man. I've always admired his, the fighting and the style, the attitude. We love it. And, all I can say is this. By the way, I will meet Connor. I've got very exciting news. I will meet Connor at the White House on June 14th, President Trump's birthday. So we're going to have Conor McGregor at the White House, and yours truly, reporter William J. Kelly, will be there. And I will be sure to, if you have any questions that you want me to ask Connor, I'll be happy to ask him at the press conference.
Sounds like a plan. William, I know you're racing off to do, what are you doing next?
We're racing. We're going to be, I've got to make my ex-girlfriend jealous. So I'm going to go out and get a bunch of roses and give them to a supermodel on the Sensationalist tonight. And then my ex-girlfriend will say, wait a second, those were supposed to be for me.
ReporterWilliamJKelly.com for more, right?
You got it, brother. God bless you.
Hey, it's been great catching up. And mind yourself out there, and we'll come see you real soon. In the meantime, we're looking out for, what are we looking out for? The William J. Kelly. You say it better. Tell us.
William J. Kelly School of Irish Music all over the city of Chicago, drinking heavily.
I love it. Listen, William, happy Friday. Take care of yourselves out there in the jungle that is Chicago, and say hello to the mayor next time you see him, and we'll see you back here real soon. How's that?
God bless you, brother. Thank you.
Thanks, William. Bye-bye. Here's the Saw Doctors. I love to go wandering.
I'd live forever, sure, I think most people do. When I was young, I knew it all. Now I haven't got a clue. Sur le pont d'Avignon, that's going back a while. When I think of brother Nolan's class, he always makes me smile. But in my mind, I love to go wandering back in time to those golden autumn days. They bring a smile. The summer's light is fading, and we wave all our cares away. Oh, magic is a moment, just a mini moment long, like a passing glimpse of beauty or emotion in a song. Oh, magic can't be dwelt on, fast it comes, fast it goes.
to Sean G on Global Irish Radio.
Hello, all you Global Irish Radio listeners out there, wherever you may be. It's myself, Finbar, here in beautiful northern Colorado, inviting you along to the Reichel Teigel Celtic Folk Show, streaming here live every Monday and Friday evening at 10 p.m. Irish time, where you're guaranteed to hear some rare old recordings from the old country and beyond. And it's all here on globalirishradio.com, the home of the Reichel Teigel. Listen to the Reichel Teigel on Global Irish Radio.
Good deeds are great things, and a single good deed can grow into a forest of kindness. At treedeeds.com, you can dedicate a tree in someone's honour and make a lasting impact on the planet. Each tree is deeded and comes with a personalised certificate, perfect for birthdays, holidays, memorials, or just because. Celebrate life, give back to nature, and leave a legacy that grows. Visit treedeeds.com today. That's treedeeds.com. Rooted in Ireland, gifted worldwide. There you go. You're very welcome back. You listen to the Daily Crack with me, Sean G, here on Global Irish Radio. And the Reichel Teigel returns tonight at 7, so watch out for that one. And old rare recordings that you wouldn't find anywhere else, courtesy of Finbar out there in beautiful northern Colorado. And before that, it was reporter William J. Kelly joining us live from Chicago, where it is 9. It's morning time in Chicago, let's put it that way. So nice and chirpy is William J. Kelly this Friday. You can catch up on William's reporting at reporterwilliamjkelly.com or at reporter William J. Kelly on Twitter or X or whatever they call it these days. Now, we hope you're well, friends, as we come into the weekend. Global Irish Radio and all broadcasting live 24/7 here from our headquarters in just outside Castlebar in County Mayo, where it's a grey and overcast, chilly kind of day, and the rain isn't that far away. Watch out, there'll be slippery temperatures or slippery roads later on as the temperatures are set to drop. What else is happening in the world today? Well, lots really, but as we come into the weekend, we promised you details of an exciting gig that will take you away from this mad world in which we live. Yeah. One of Ireland's most famous islands is on the lookout once again for two plucky job seekers to manage a coffee shop throughout the spring and summer seasons. It's the picturesque Great Blasket Island, situated off the coast of Dangwin, near Dingle, down there off Kerry. You know where it is. World famous, and they're seeking a pair, one couple, perfectly, ideally, to oversee the shop and the island's overnight accommodation between April and October. This is something that comes up every year, and they get inundated with people from all across the globe. It is the gig to have to get away from the world. It's an uninhabited island, and there's peace and quiet, but it's not a holiday. No, not a holiday. If you're coming for a break, it's not a break at all. It's hard work, and they're keen to stress that. The caretaker's responsibilities will encompass managing 3 holiday cottages, cleaning and painting, tending to overnight guests. I guess they have a few that stay over during the summer months, and you'll be serving tea and coffee and keeping up with the day-to-day runnings of the operation there. The wildlife sanctuary of the Great Blasket Island has no permanent inhabitants, but that doesn't mean the caretakers won't have their hands full. As stated on the job application website, the caretaker's role is to manage the coffee shop and 3 holiday cottages on the Great Blasket Island. So the description goes on to say there, we are looking for hard-working, responsible and trustworthy duo that have great people skills and initiative. So please be aware, this is not a holiday job. The season can get very busy, and you will be on your feet for most of the day. So it's not a holiday or a junket or anything like that. It's an opportunity to escape the world, but work hard in the uninhabited island of the Basket Island off Dingle, and find yourself maybe, and just enjoy the calm, the peace and the quiet and the serenity that comes with that. So it's a very rewarding job, not for everybody, but they're looking for the right two. A couple, I think, is usually what they pick, and they're now taking applications. As we said, I've told you before, very sought after position, and they get applicants and responses from all across the globe. GlobalIrishRadio.com, DailyCrack.com is where you'll find this podcast later on. And if you're looking for other podcasts, we have created IrishPodcasts.com to link you. It's a gateway to the world of podcasts and the most popular and most listened to podcasts here in Ireland. There's a top 10 countdown, all of that as well, so you can check that out. if you'd like. What else have we got for you? Weekend lie-ins may help boost teenagers' mental health. That's according to new research. So don't be too hard on the old teenagers if they're a bit lazy on a Saturday or Sunday morning. Regular sleep is best, but catching up on the shut-eye at weekends can lower the risk of symptoms of depression, say American scientists. And those American scientists, they know everything. Yeah, researchers from the University of Oregon and the State University of New York Upstate Medical University found that sleeping in on Saturday or Sunday to catch up on the missed shut-eye during the week may be good for adolescents' mental well-being. So there you go. The team found that the group of young people aged 16 to 24 who caught up on sleep at the weekend had a 41% lower risk of symptoms of depression than a group who didn't. So the little lie-in, sure, it might do us all well, not just the teenagers. Stave off depression and keep you from being cranky throughout the day as well. So that's good news there. And, when we thought they were being lazy, there's benefits to it too. So the Taoiseach, on to another story. The Taoiseach still out in China for his trade visit out there. And the latest word from China is that a direct flight from Dublin to Shanghai could be on the way, as Ireland is becoming an increasingly popular holiday destination for Chinese tourists, and maybe China an increasingly popular destination for Irish tourists, given that a lot of them are boycotting the States these days. Taoiseach Micheál Martin rounded out his state visit to China yesterday, with the second half of his trip focusing on business and tourism in Shanghai, and he met business leaders out there and all of that. He's also been talking about the passenger cap at Dublin Airport, which is currently set at 32 million, and we've reached it. And the Airlines Association in the United States are threatening punitive action against us and limiting flights into the USA from Ireland if the cap at Dublin Airport is not lifted, because it is stifling their opportunities and their business by having the cap in place. So with word of that, the politicians quick here to say that they're going to put in place legislation to overturn or remove that passenger cap of 32 million, which interestingly enough was set by Fingal County Council, which is the local authority in which Dublin Airport lies. So basically they were setting passenger caps for what was best for their local community over what was best strategically for the country, and that's not a good thing, really, is it? Probably at odds in terms of what's good for the neighbourhood versus the country. They want peace and quiet, the country wants business and people and tourism and activity and traffic, if you will. So the Michael O'Leary, no doubt, will be happy at that news as well, that the passenger cap is about to be removed and common sense is prevailing, it seems. So there you go. Because we are an island, and everybody, we're an island that's doing really, really, really well. So you need people to be able to get in and out, and accessibility is key. And so the airport underwent they put in a new runway, and it's able to cope for or cater to about 60 million passengers. So having the cap at 62 million didn't seem to make a whole lot of sense. Now, Patrick O'Donovan and his Fianna Fáil and Fine Gael MEPs will oppose the EU Mercosur agreement when it is brought to the European Parliament. That's the big news story, I suppose, this Friday. Speaking on Limerick's Live 95 radio, the Minister for Culture and Government said government party MEPs are bound by the programme of government and the decision by the Minister for Agriculture, Martin Hayden, not to support the deal. So the Irish farmers were not Not happy at all with this trade deal with Brazil, Argentina, Bolivia, Paraguay and Uruguay, but it still needs to be approved by the European Parliament, and it's, I suppose, opening up the markets or bringing competition from beef producers. But anyway, the farmers said it was, if the farmers said it's bad news, it must be bad news, and they were opposed to it. And Jackie Healy-Rae, there were cracks were appearing in the coalition. The independents were threatening. They were making noise that they weren't happy and that might end the arrangement that's keeping the government in power. So it seems like the Irish MEPs now will not be supporting that deal. Other countries not too happy with it either. But that's one of the big political stories, I suppose, this Friday as we come into the weekend. Irish passports issued over the Christmas break are being recalled due to a printing error. The error was due to a technical issue with a software update and affects passports issued between December the 23rd and this past Tuesday. And the Passport Service said it may cause issues at border control and apologised for the error, which was first reported by the Irish Times. So if you're one of those people who got the passport updated, renewed or issued between December the 23rd and this past Tuesday, you want to be getting in touch with them. I'm sure they'll be reaching out to you because, as I say, there's some errors It might lead to difficulties at border control in certain countries and stuff like that. And you don't want that, and nothing worse than encountering problems when you're on a journey. So that's the latest on that. And of course, we told you earlier this week that the Irish passport is set to undergo a major facelift. About 13 million in a facelift to enhance or to improve the security features on there and keep up with the times. Last time it had a makeup was about 12 years ago, and we live in a very fake world. There's deep fakes of everything these days, and it's very hard to stay ahead of the technology and the fake news, not the fake news, but the fraudsters and all of the rest of it. And so in order to maintain the integrity of the Irish passport, they're going to invest a bit of money in adding or enhancing the security features, which is a good thing indeed. GlobalIrishRadio.com, streaming live 24/7 at GlobalIrishRadio.com, and with each day between the 3 to 4 o'clock hour, so keep that in mind. And let us see what we got. I promised Mary Allen I'd have a song for her that she requested on the programme yesterday. Mary Allen out there. Oh, I forgot to ask William J. Kelly about the Bears and going to the Super Bowl, the biggest story of the day. They're in a playoff game, I think, on Saturday, so that'll be something to talk to him about next week. But anyway, Mary Allen mentioned, and she keeps me abreast of how the Bears are doing there in Chicago. They've had a great season by all accounts. Maybe they are off the Super Bowl. Maybe we'll wait and see how they get on Saturday. But anyway, the song requested by Mary Allen, this one, The Antrim Coast Road, which she heard on DJ Tom's show earlier this week. It's from Sean Wilson, Tony Mack. Give it a spin. We'll be back to wrap things up.
I've heard of the wonders all over the world, traveled and seen quite a few, and as I was told, some were sights to behold, many worth seeing, it's true. But I've yet to find one to compare to a place that I love with its beauty so rare, where sweet County Antrim meets the blue Irish Sea. All of my cares I unload, with the green glens above me and someone to love me. It's heaven to be on the Antrim Coast Road. Around every headland there lies a new bay. You love every glorious smile, the picturesque villages where you can stay if you need to rest for a while. The Glens folk are honest and true, and they'll have a welcome there waiting for you, where sweet County Antrim meets the blue Irish Sea. All of my cares I unload, with the green glens above me and someone to love me. It's heaven to be on the Antrim Coast Road. The primrose in spring, the seagulls above will live in your heart evermore. No wonder so many has fallen in love as they walk hand in hand by that shore. You'll know that same magic, my friend, and long to return there again, where sweet County Antrim meets the blue Irish Sea. All of my cares I unload, with the green glens above me and someone to love me. It's heaven to be on the Antrim Coast Road.
Going up by request this Friday afternoon, it's the music of Sean Wilson and Tony Mack, the Antrim Coast Road from Mary-Ellen out there in beautiful Philadelphia. That you've been listening to the Daily Crack with me, Sean G, here on Global Irish Radio as the week comes to a close. Thanks for your company all week long, and thanks for your company today. dailycrack.com to catch up with episodes of the Daily Crack, and thanks to Margaret helping out in the background, I should say, as always, working hard, keeping us on the straight and narrow. And thanks to reporter William J. Kelly checking in with us live from Chicago this busy Friday out there. So that is our lot for today, except for our quote of the day, which comes today from, who does it come from? It comes from Ingrid Bergman. Ingrid Bergman. And Ingrid says, happiness is good health and a bad memory. How's about that for you now? Happiness, it's good health and a bad memory. Bet you didn't know that. But it's true. Ingrid Bergman said that. There you go. We shall leave you with that thought for today. Wish you a very happy Friday. Hope you have a wonderful weekend and be safe if you're heading out and about in these parts, because difficult, challenging and slippery travel conditions. Taking us home today, it's Westport native Frank McCaffrey, When I Was a Lad. Happy Friday.
Rows of back-to-back houses covered in smoke and grime, children skipping in the street and washing on the line, scarf tucked down your jersey to keep you from the cold. I wore a woolly orange jumper when I was 9 years old. When I was a lad, neighbours were neighbours. When I was a lad, doing you favours, people giving people a hand, no matter how small. When I was a lad, dolly mixtures. When I was a lad, Saturday pictures. When I was a lad, those were the greatest days of all. School from Monday to Friday, I learned to read and write. Grandad sitting on the doorstep in the fading light. Tin bat hanging from a 6-inch nail, lino on the floor. Lavatory out in the backyard, sit with your foot against the door. When I was a lad, neighbours were neighbours. When I was a lad, doing you favours, people giving people a hand, no matter how small. When I was a lad, dolly mixtures. When I was a lad, Saturday pictures. When I was a lad, those were the greatest days of all. Times were hard in winter, but Mammy kept us fed. All night huddled round the fireside, overcoats on the bed. Reared a great big family, we all slept head to toe in a big brass bed up in the back room, and it seemed so long ago. When I was a lad, neighbours were neighbours. When I was a lad, doing you favours, people giving people a hand, no matter how small. When I was a lad, dolly mixtures. When I was a lad, Saturday pictures. When I was a lad, those were the greatest days of all. When I was a lad, neighbours were neighbours. When I was a lad, doing you favours, people giving people a hand, no matter how small. When I was a lad, dolly mixtures. When I was a lad, Saturday pictures. When I was a lad, those were the greatest days of all. When I was a lad, those were the greatest days of all.
Good deeds are great things, and a single good deed can grow into a forest of kindness. At treedeeds.com, you can dedicate a tree in someone's honour and make a lasting impact on the planet. Each tree is deeded and comes with a personalised certificate, perfect for birthdays, holidays, memorials, or just because. Celebrate life, give back to nature, and leave a legacy that grows. Visit treedeeds.com today. That's treedeeds.com. Rooted in Ireland, gifted worldwide.